Hello, dear friends. I hope your morning is peaceful, steady, and full of good energy. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself how your mornings usually begin? Maybe with a cup of coffee just to wake up, maybe with a piece of toast or a bagel grabbed on the way out the door, or maybe with a few rushed minutes trying to leave the house in time for work. Modern life keeps us moving so fast. Breakfast, which should be the golden fuel for the whole day, often gets shortened, rushed, or skipped altogether. But what if I told you that just one banana every morning could be a small first step toward living longer, feeling healthier, and becoming a little happier? Would you believe that? At first, it might sound like an advertisement, but in reality, this is a real healthy living habit. It is a simple practice many people in Japan have followed for years, especially in places like Okinawa, a region often known for its remarkable longevity. There, many older men and women in their 90s still grow vegetables, ride their bikes to the market, and begin the day with simple foods and steady routines. And for many people, a banana in the morning fits beautifully into that spirit. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just one small habit, repeated with patience. What makes it interesting is not that bananas are some kind of miracle food. They are not. The more important point is this: a banana is simple, easy to digest for many people, rich in useful nutrients, and easy to maintain as part of a balanced morning routine. And in health, the habits we can actually repeat often matter more than the habits that sound impressive but disappear after a week. But why bananas? Why not apples? Why not oranges? Why not some expensive superfruit? Why this simple, familiar fruit that almost everyone knows? Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral that helps support heart rhythm and healthy blood pressure. The soluble fiber in bananas helps support digestion and nourish beneficial gut bacteria. Vitamin B6 and tryptophan also play a role in how the body supports mood and energy. According to the nutrition source from the Harvard team, Chan School of Public Health, bananas are a source of vitamin B6 fiber, potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, and manganese. One medium-ripe banana provides about 110 calories, 3 grams of fiber, and around 450 milligrams of potassium. And that number matters. Potassium is not just another mineral on a nutrition label. It is involved in muscle function, nerve signaling, and fluid balance. The National Institutes of Health also explains that higher potassium intake may help decrease blood pressure, in part by supporting sodium excretion and blood vessel relaxation. So when we say a banana can support the heart, we are not talking about magic. We are talking about a simple food that brings together potassium, fiber, vitamin B6, and natural carbohydrates in a form the body can use gently. Maybe that is why many people like the idea of beginning the morning with a banana. It can make the day feel lighter, calmer, and more grounded. And this is not just an old folk habit. Back in 2008, Japan saw a nationwide health trend called the morning banana diet. The idea was simple: no extreme restriction, no exhausting workout plan, just bananas in the morning with room temperature or warm water. Time magazine reported in October 2008 that the morning banana diet became widely known in Japan after pharmacist Sumiko Watanabe designed it for her husband, Hitoshi Watanabe. And the diet later spread through Japanese social media. Books about the diet sold hundreds of thousands of copies. But here's the important part. The real lesson is not that bananas are a magic weight loss food. The real lesson is that a simple, low-stress morning routine can make healthy eating easier to maintain. And when a habit is simple enough to repeat, it has a better chance of becoming part of your life. So yes, just one banana each morning may seem small, but for many people, it can become part of a lifestyle that supports strength, energy, and steadier choices throughout the day. It sounds simple, but behind that habit is a surprisingly thoughtful scientific story, one that connects to the heart, the gut, the cells, and the way the body uses energy. Because a banana is not just a fruit with sugar and fiber. In a way, it is like a natural morning package: light energy, minerals, fiber, and a little sweetness from nature. But why does this connect to longevity? Why might eating a banana in the morning help the body feel healthier and stronger over time? The answer lies in the way bananas can support the heart. blood vessels, digestion, and the gut microbiome. These are all important systems that shape long-term health. So now, let's go deeper into the first part. Why are bananas connected to longevity? When people talk about longevity, they often look for something rare, expensive, or mysterious. But many long-living cultures are built on the opposite idea. They rely on small habits, simple meals, regular movement, less stress, more consistency. A banana fits into that philosophy because it is not difficult to find, not hard to prepare, and not complicated to understand. One of the most important nutrients in bananas is potassium. A medium banana provides around 450 milligrams of potassium, according to Harvard's The Nutrition Source. That matters because potassium and sodium work like two sides of a balance inside the body. Too much sodium can contribute to higher blood pressure in some people. Potassium helps the body handle sodium better, partly by helping the kidneys remove sodium through urine. The National Institutes of Health notes that diets containing good sources of potassium and lower amounts of sodium may reduce the risk of high blood pressure and stroke. But it also makes clear that the full picture involves the whole diet, not one single food. And that is exactly how we should understand bananas. A banana does not replace medicine. It does not erase years of poor eating. It does not work like a shortcut. But as one potassium-rich food in a balanced diet, it can quietly support the body's natural systems. A banana may look small, but it contains several nutrients that work together: potassium, vitamin B6 soluble fiber, natural carbohydrates, and antioxidants. This combination creates a gentle effect. Potassium supports fluid balance and blood pressure. Vitamin B6 helps the body with many enzyme reactions and supports normal brain and nervous system function. Fiber supports digestion and helps slow the way the body handles sugars from food. And that brings us to another important point: blood sugar. Bananas do contain natural sugar. That is true. But a banana is not the same as a candy bar or a sweet processed snack. Harvard's The Nutrition Source explains that fiber helps regulate the body's use of sugars, helping keep hunger and blood sugar in check. Fiber is not broken down into glucose the same way many other carbohydrates are. Instead, it moves through the body and changes how digestion happens. So when we say a banana gives morning energy, we should say it carefully. A banana can provide natural carbohydrates along with fiber and nutrients. For many healthy people, that can feel like a light and steady form of energy. But for people who need to monitor blood sugar closely, portion size and food pairing still matter. Personally, I think this is where nutrition becomes more honest. A healthy food does not have to be perfect for every person in every situation. It simply has to be understood correctly. Bananas also contain antioxidants, which may help the body handle oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is one of the processes linked with aging and cell damage over time. Again, this does not mean bananas stop aging. No single food does that, but foods rich in fiber, minerals, and plant compounds can be part of a dietary pattern that supports healthier aging. And that is a much more honest way to look at it. Bananas also contain tryptophan, an amino acid involved in the body's production of serotonin, a chemical connected to mood and well-being. This does not mean eating one banana will instantly make someone happy, but it does remind us that food, mood, digestion, sleep, and energy are connected in quiet ways. A body that is nourished regularly often feels different from a body that is rushed, underfed, and stressed from the moment the day begins. Another interesting point is that bananas support the gut microbiome, often called the body's second brain. The fiber in bananas does not only help digestion, some of it can also serve as food for beneficial bacteria in the gut. Harvard's The Nutrition Source notes that diet plays a major role in shaping the kinds of microbiota living in the colon, and that a high-fiber diet can affect both the type and amount of microbiota in the intestines. Harvard also explains that certain fibers, including resistant starches, pectins, inulin, and fructooligosaccharides, are sometimes called prebiotics because they feed beneficial gut microbes. Bananas are listed among foods that naturally contain prebiotic fibers. So when we say bananas can nourish the gut, we are not speaking in a vague or mystical way. We are talking about fiber and prebiotic compounds that help create a better environment for beneficial bacteria to grow. A healthier gut microbiome may support digestion, immunity, inflammation control, and metabolism. And all of those pieces matter when we talk about long-term health. So, with just one small banana in the morning, you may be supporting your heart, digestion, gut bacteria, mood, and energy in a quiet way. That is why a morning banana can be seen as a golden habit. Not because it is a miracle, but because it is simple, repeatable, and naturally connected to several systems the body depends on. And remember this, a banana is not just food. It is a reminder that sometimes the most powerful health habits are not dramatic. They are small, they are steady, and they are easy enough to keep. So from potassium, vitamin B6 fiber, antioxidants, and prebiotic compounds, we can see that bananas are not just ordinary fruit. They are a quiet companion, supporting the body from the inside. But here's the next question. If you eat a banana at any time of the day, will the effect be exactly the same? Not completely. The timing of when you eat a banana can influence how it fits into your routine, how your body uses the energy, and how it shapes your eating choices for the rest of the day. And that is exactly why many people in Japan consider the morning a meaningful time to eat bananas. At that time, the body has just finished a night of rest. The cells are ready for light, easy-to-use energy to begin the day. Eating a banana in the morning can help wake up digestion, provide natural carbohydrates, and bring in fiber and minerals before the day becomes too busy. All of these can be helpful pieces in a healthy morning routine. In the next part, we will look more closely at why morning is such a practical time to eat bananas, how to get more benefit from their nutrients, and how this simple habit can influence not only your day, but your long-term health journey as well. Morning is the golden time. Japanese nutrition experts and health writers often describe bananas as a fruit that starts the day. And that makes sense. In the morning, the body has just gone through a long night of rest. Energy stored in the liver has gone down. The cells are ready to be refueled so they can work properly. If you begin your day with foods that are too heavy, too greasy, or too full of refined sugar, your body has to spend a lot of energy digesting them. That can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, and can make your blood sugar rise too quickly. Bananas, on the other hand, provide a moderate amount of natural sugar, including fructose, glucose, and sucrose. These sugars come together with fiber, water, potassium, and other nutrients. That combination makes a banana very different from a processed sweet. It gives the body energy, but it also brings fiber, and fiber changes the way the body handles carbohydrates. Harvard explains that high-fiber foods can slow digestion and support a more gradual rise in blood sugar compared with foods that are quickly digested. This is especially important because steadier blood sugar can help the brain work more clearly, support focus, and reduce the urge to snack soon after breakfast. In other words, eating a banana in the morning is a smart and simple way to start the body. It gives you energy while supporting a more balanced rhythm. But the benefits of bananas do not stop at energy. Ripe bananas contain fiber, including prebiotic compounds that help feed beneficial bacteria in the gut. Many scientists now see the gut as one of the key centers of health and longevity. When the gut microbiome is healthier, the body can digest food better, absorb nutrients more effectively, and produce helpful compounds such as short-chain fatty acids. Harvard's overview of the microbiome explains that these compounds are released when gut microbes ferment dietary fiber. And this is where the morning banana becomes more interesting. It is not just about eating something sweet. It is about giving the gut a gentle start. A healthy gut microbiome also supports immunity. The gut is a major site of immune activity, and beneficial microbes help compete against harmful bacteria. The gut is also closely connected to mood. A large share of the body's serotonin is produced in the digestive system, which is one reason researchers often study the gut-brain connection. So when we care for the gut, we are not only caring for digestion, we may also be supporting mood, immune balance, and everyday energy. On top of that, eating bananas in the morning can help create a sense of light fullness. This can reduce cravings later in the day, especially when the alternative would have been skipping breakfast completely and then reaching for something sugary or heavily processed. And personally, I think this is one reason simple habits work. They do not force the body, they guide it. They make the next healthy choice a little easier. Many long-living Japanese adults begin the day with simple foods, warm drinks, and a calm rhythm. A banana and a glass of warm water fit naturally into that pattern. Another small but important point is that the morning is also a practical time to bring in vitamins and minerals. When you eat a banana at this time, you're giving your body potassium, vitamin B6 fiber, and natural energy before the day becomes chaotic. And finally, a morning banana gives a light feeling of fullness without feeling heavy. This can help support steadier energy and better food choices during the day. All of these factors, heart health, digestion, mood, energy, and weight management come together to support a healthier body, a clearer mind, and a stronger foundation for long life. So a morning banana may seem simple, but it can be a golden habit, a small, gentle practice that helps you begin the day well and nourish the body over time. You see, just one small banana in the morning can help wake up digestion, nourish the gut, and give the body a light, steady source of energy. No fancy meal, no complicated diet plan. Just a steady daily habit that gives your body a better start each morning. But have you ever wondered how Japanese people actually eat bananas to receive all those benefits? Do they have a special secret? Is it as simple as peeling a banana and eating it? Or are there small details that can make the habit work even better? If you are curious, stay with me. We are going to explore that in the next part. This habit may seem simple, but it contains a whole philosophy of healthy living and longevity. If you have ever heard of the morning banana diet, this is one of Japan's most famous health trends from the late 2000s. The interesting thing is that it did not begin in a research institute or as part of a big advertising campaign. It came from a simple idea shared by Japanese pharmacist Sumiko Watanabe. According to Time magazine, Sumiko Watanabe designed the diet for her husband, Hitoshi Watanabe, who wanted to lose weight. After he shared the approach on Mixi, one of Japan's large social networking platforms at the time, the idea spread quickly. Morning banana diet books later sold more than 730,000 copies. But we should be careful here. A trend is not the same thing as strong medical evidence, and the morning banana diet should not be understood as proof that bananas burn fat by themselves. The better lesson is this: a simple morning routine can reduce stress around eating, make breakfast easier, and help some people avoid heavier, more processed foods early in the day. With this method, many people in Japan eat 1 to 2 ripe bananas in the morning, then drink a small glass of room temperature or warm water. After that, they wait about 20 to 30 minutes before eating a full breakfast or starting their workday. They believe warm water helps the body wake up gently, and bananas, with natural carbohydrates, fiber, and useful nutrients, help wake up the gut in a soft and easy way. Not only that, eating bananas in the morning can help create a regular eating rhythm. And sometimes, rhythm matters more than restriction. Many people say they feel more alert, crave sweets less, snack less often, and find it easier to maintain a steady weight when their morning begins with something simple. From a scientific point of view, that makes sense, not because bananas are magic, but because breakfast habits influence appetite, energy, and food choices later in the day. Bananas also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin. These are connected with mood, relaxation, and sleep patterns. When eaten as part of a balanced routine, a banana may support a calmer, more positive start to the day. And a steady, less stressed mind is an essential part of long-term health. In addition, the soluble fiber pectin in bananas helps support digestion and a light feeling of fullness. For many older adults, or people who do better with gentle foods in the morning, that can be useful. The prebiotic compounds in bananas also help nourish the gut microbiome. Harvard's The Nutrition Source notes that a safer, natural way to cultivate a healthy gut microbiome is to eat a dietary pattern that includes a variety of fiber-rich fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes that feed favorable gut bacteria. And this is important. A banana can help, but it should not stand alone. The gut loves variety. Bananas, oats, beans, vegetables, whole grains, yogurt with live cultures, and fermented foods can all play different roles. So when we talk about bananas and gut health, we are really talking about bananas as one simple piece of a bigger pattern. In Japan, You might easily imagine an older person sitting by a window, holding a banana in one hand and a cup of hot tea in the other, their face calm and relaxed. They are not rushing. They are not counting every calorie with stress. They are simply enjoying the quiet moments of morning, treating the banana almost like a small ritual of gratitude toward the body. And maybe that slow eating, slow living, and quiet gratitude for each meal is the real secret behind why so many people are drawn to Japanese habits of longevity. It is not only about how they eat bananas, it is also about the mindset they bring to eating. Even though bananas are a valuable gift from nature, they work best when you know how to eat them properly and in the right amount. These little details may seem simple, but they are the key to helping the body receive the energy and nutrients from bananas more fully. First, choose bananas that are properly ripe. The peel should be yellow, with small brown spots. Do not be afraid of those spots. Harvard's The Nutrition Source notes that, for best flavor, bananas are often best when they are golden yellow with a few brown spots. During ripening, the peel becomes thinner and more flexible, and brown spots begin to appear. At this stage, the banana is naturally sweeter and easier for many people to enjoy. A banana that is ripe at the right stage is not only sweet, but also easier to digest for many people compared with a very green banana. On the other hand, green or underripe bananas contain more resistant starch. For some people, especially those with sensitive digestion, this may cause bloating or discomfort. So eating bananas at the right ripeness is a small art in daily healthcare. Another point to remember if you have stomach pain, acid reflux, or a sensitive stomach, avoid eating bananas when your stomach is completely empty. At that time, some people may feel discomfort. A better way is to drink a little warm water first, or eat the banana with a few whole grain pieces, some oats, or a little yogurt. This can make it gentler on the stomach while still allowing the body to receive the nutrients. And finally, even though bananas are good, everything good still needs moderation. One banana a day can fit easily into a balanced diet for most healthy adults. Some people may do well with 1 to 2, depending on their needs, activity level, and overall diet. But eating too many bananas can add extra sugar and calories. And for people with kidney disease, diabetes, or anyone who has been told to monitor potassium or blood sugar, it is best to follow medical guidance. This is especially important because potassium is normally helpful, but people with certain kidney conditions may need to control how much potassium they get. A healthy food is still healthiest when it fits the person eating it. So think of bananas as a morning companion, not a miracle cure that works better the more you eat. Because in nutrition, just like in life, moderation is the foundation of health and longevity. With just one banana, eaten at the right time and in the right way, your body can be gently awakened, given healthy energy, and prepared for the day ahead. A banana is small and simple, but it carries a quiet philosophy of Japanese living. The simpler it is, the more sustainable it becomes, the more natural it is, the longer it lasts. You do not need an elaborate breakfast or a complicated nutrition formula. Sometimes, one small habit repeated every day is exactly what slowly changes our health and our life. A morning banana does not only nourish the body, it can also nourish a sense of calm inside, helping you begin the day with softness and positive energy. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, try slowing down for a moment. Drink a glass of warm water. Peel a ripe yellow banana. Take a deep breath and smile. Feel its gentle sweetness on your tongue, and let your body feel as if it is being thanked and cared for in the right way. Who knows? Maybe that simple moment is the first brick in your own journey toward living healthier, living longer, and living with more peace every day. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep exploring more small secrets of longevity and happiness together. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue the journey back to health, mindfulness, and the simple joy of living.